everybody, this is Alessandra. Welcome to my home, welcome to my kitchen. It's a beautiful June afternoon and the summer fruit is out, peaches are out. I bought some peaches. We love fruit, but what we love even more is desserts with fruit. So what I'm going to make for you is these delicious peach pockets, Fagottini di Pesca. So it's going to have a crust on the outside, the peaches inside, and then we're going to have a little bit of the sugar on the outside with an egg wash. So let me get started with the ingredients. The first part is going to be the dough. I'm going to use a food processor, which makes it really easy. But if you don't, you could use a pastry blender. So you put everything in the bowl and you just work it till it forms a dough. Now, I'm going to use, like I said, the food processor. I find it's the easiest way. So I have 2 cups of butter, 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a stick and a half of cold butter. Okay, I just cubed it up. Ice water, a pinch of salt, and the zest of half a lemon. So let me get it all in the processor and get started. All the ingredients are in the food processor. The only thing that's missing now after the lemon zest is the ice water. I want to pulse it a couple times and it's going to resemble like a crumble. I'm going to give it a couple. You want it to be all well incorporated. It's going to look like a thick, like a panko, let's say. Keep doing that. Let's take a look what it looks like. See that? Look at that. See the butter in it? You don't want the butter to melt. So now I'm going to start adding the water a tablespoon at a time. I'm going to start with the first 2 tablespoons and give it a mix. Definitely needs a little bit more. Okay, my food processor level broke, but I'm using a fork until the lid I ordered comes in. Okay, I've added about 3 more tablespoons. Let's see. Is it coming together? You'll see when it comes together, it will form a bowl on its own. That's it. Looks great. There it goes. Take a look at that. Perfect dough. You see it? Look at that. You still have a little pieces of the butter in it, and that's going to be great because that gives it the extra crunchiness, and it's just so delicious. Now, what I'm going to do is remove the dough from, okay, let me have a clean work counter. I'm going to get a piece of plastic paper. I'm going to take a piece of plastic wrap, okay, and put the dough all together. Okay, see, it's nice and soft, but in order to work it, you want it to be firm. So this is going to go back. This is going to go in the fridge for at least 1 hour. Okay, so while this cools down in the fridge, I'm going to try to make it as flat as possible, so like that it's easier for rolling out later. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the fridge, and what you're going to do now is get the peaches ready. I cubed the peaches. As you can see, the pieces are not so large, quite small, okay, because we're not going to make them so large. And what I'm going to do is add the sugar in the raw, okay, the cane sugar, the 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and since I have the lemon, I'm going to put a couple drops of the lemon in, just a little bit. Let me finish cutting it up. Medium frying pan, I'm going to add the peaches with the juice because you want it to reduce, otherwise it's going to just drip outside of the cookie. It's got to thicken up. So you just put it on low flame and you just let it reduce a little bit so you don't see any more water. It's going to boil a couple more minutes until it all thickens up. Looks perfect. I'm going to pour it back into the glass bowl, and now it needs to cool down. My work surface, I'm going to start stretching the dough, getting the peaches out of the fridge because I want them cool, and at the same time I whisked the egg and I added a little bit of water. This is going to be my egg wash on top of the cookie. Rolling it out. Okay. There's something so relaxing about rolling out dough that it's just wonderful to bake. I have a 3-inch cookie cutter and we're going to make some circles. Try to utilize as much dough as possible because this dough, once it gets warm, you really need to refrigerate it again before you're able to stretch it out again. On half of the discs, I'm going to put a little bit of the peach filling, and then we're going to cover it with the other half, with the other disc right on top, okay? Then with your finger, just press down the side. You could use a fork. I just find it, the finger works. The dough is very soft, so sometimes the fork becomes just, goes right through and not really a great idea. Look how fabulous they look already. Next thing you want to do is just, I'm going to put a little, with a very sharp knife, is put a little cross on top. And the reason why is because that's where the heat is going to evaporate from, escape from, so that the cookie doesn't burst, okay? So now the egg wash I prepared with a little bit of water, I'm just going to wash it on like that all over. And the reason why I was saying sprinkle, I get ahead of myself and my mouth speaks before my brain. Okay, and just a little bit of the sugar in the roll on top. Okay, I'm gonna proceed, get them all done, and then we'll bake them. Okay, now in the oven on 350 degrees. Let's check back in about 12 minutes. Okay, they're ready. It's been a total of 30 minutes. Okay, let's take a look. Wow, they look wonderful. Okay, what I wanted to mention is that a lot of times I bake all the time, I cook, but I don't time myself. So what happens is, I'm never sure, you know, I think they were in the oven 10 minutes, but they were in 30 minutes, okay? Now, I'm gonna get a drink ready and have a cookie and relax for 10 minutes. And not right after I relax, because mothers are not supposed to relax. Right after that, I gotta get dinner started. But I just wanna show you something. So I had the lemon that I removed the zest, I didn't wanna throw it out. Tall glass with ice. First thing I'm going to do is, I had some left over of the peaches that I put in the cookies. So I'm gonna take a nice tablespoon and just put it in my ice. I'm gonna put the lemon, some mint, okay? It's just too hot to have tea and it's too late to have coffee. I'll be up all night. So I'm gonna put some seltzer in. Give it a little Stir, and look at that. We have a delicious summer drink. Isn't that fantastic? Now, before I let you go, I want to taste one of the cookies. Take a look at that. You see that? Esattamente. I gotta say it in Italian because Italian is my first language. So when I say things in English, sometimes I don't really get the full feeling. So, fagottino alle pesche, so which means little pocket full of peaches. Okay, let me open it up. It is scorching hot, but you know, my fingers don't feel it anymore. Look at that. Isn't that just simply, oh, I gotta put it down, it's hot. Okay, simply delicious. Now I'm going to go ahead and taste it. Wonderful. The outside is very flaky and buttery. The inside, with a hint of cinnamon, it gives you a complex flavor of it, but because you have the lemon and the lemon zest, it makes it all very fresh and summery. Please do make these recipes. I love cooking. I love sharing the recipes. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Allora, alla prossima. This is also very good. So, thank you for watching. Arrivederci. Ciao, ciao.